Weenie Envy. Stern Proctor. Stern Proctor is one of those odd cards from Urza's Saga, and it doesn't really break the color pie as much as it kind of bends it a little bit. See, it's it's a 1/2 creature for 2 blue mana. Obviously, 2 blue mana that works great for devotion abilities, works great for, it works great for Thassa, it works great for Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, obviously. But one of the things that it does is something that blue has a difficult time getting rid of, and that's it gets rid of artifacts and enchantments. For a turn, but it gets rid of artifacts and enchantments. When Stern Proctor comes into play, return target artifact or enchantment to owner's hand. So, obviously, it speaks for itself. You play this on turn 2 with nothing in play, nothing happens. But if you have, say, Seed of the Synod in play, or you have a Stasis in play for some reason, I'm not sure why, you could play this and return the Stasis, or you could play this and return the Seed of the Synod. But your opponent's cards, if your opponent has an indestructible God card, you could return it to their hand to counter next turn. And it's one of those great abilities that fits into a mono blue strategy very, very well. The other reason why we're bringing it up is because, as with the previous Weenie Envy, this is a wizard tribal card. Summon wizard, although I think it's human wizard now. I have to look it up exactly. This is also one of the original teachers at Teferi Academy. See, look, the flavor text itself says, "I preferred the harsh tutors. They made mischief all the more fun. Teferi, 3rd level student." So from what we can gather, Stern Proctor was one of Teferi's students before, of course, Teferi became a planeswalker. So yeah, think about the other abilities from it coming into play. You could use various ways to flip it out and then flip it right back into play. Obviously, you could use things like Deadeye Navigator. In Tiny Leaders format, you could use Nephalia's Smuggler. There's a lot of ways to get some interesting effects happening, essentially. And that's what this deck is all about. Or at least the Tiny Leaders deck that we're building. So, Wizard Tribal with this as a nice way to get rid of artifacts and enchantments that are already in play. If you can't gain control of them, if you can't destroy them, it's better to just get them off the field. Of course, you can play a lot of different effects, but this is one of my favorite ones because this is actually in my commander deck for the same reason. A lot of people play, enchantment creatures. A lot of people play enchantment god cards as their commanders, either Xenagos or things like that. So Stern Proctor is one of those really good cards for that reason. You can get rid of those permanents that normally blue wouldn't be able to take care of. Yeah, so Stern Proctor. Excellent card, good in Tiny Leaders, good in Commander. Having a come into play effect like this that also provides 2 blue devotion, pretty cool. And it's just a really good card all the way around. So I hope you've been having a wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, or wonderful evening, whichever time you're watching the video. I hope your tomorrow is even better. Take care, everybody.